It's the 11th of July. I'm Jerusha Sukhthia Roth. Let's have a look now at newspaper front pages from around the country. And we'll start off like we seem to usually do this week with the front page of The Times. Thandi's love riddle, referring of course to NCOP Chair Thandi Modise, whose farm neglect is making headlines all around the country. Now, Modise had pigs on her farm, many of which, or most of which, had died, and the remaining pigs were cannibalizing the pigs that had died. Now it turns out that Thandi Modise was actually in a relationship with the farm manager who allowed her farm to go to such ruin. Is it really that relevant that she was perhaps in a relationship with the guy who let her pigs die? Probably not, but it seems that everybody's interested in Modise, so there you go, front page of The Times. Let's have a look at the front page of The Citizen now. I know here at News 24 Live we were pretty much glued to our televisions yesterday morning when it seemed that the parole of Eugene de Kock was going to be announced. Funnily enough, a lot of people on Twitter thought that it would go in favor of de Kock, that he would get parole. But as it says on the front page of The Citizen, prime evil, as he was known, to rot, meaning of course that Eugene de Kock will stay in prison. Now he's serving 2 life sentences and 212 years for his involvement in apartheid-era crimes. And if we look at the front page of the Pretoria News too, de Kock in long wait for freedom, referring to the fact that our judicial services, or rather our correctional services, hadn't had time to consult with the family members of Eugene de Kock's victims, and therefore he couldn't be released on parole. Now, as we discussed yesterday, it does seem even slightly fishy that those in charge of his parole also neglected to consult with family members. But Barry Bateman from Eyewitness News did raise it yesterday in a press conference, and we'll see what the Correctional Services Department does about it or has to say about it in the future. On the front page of Die Burger, also referring to de Kock's parole decision, next to that we also see an article about the SABC's new very controversial appointment of Hlaudi Motsoeneng as COO. Let's move on to the front page of Business Day, where we have a little bit more information about that. Protector to start new probe at the SABC. This isn't the first time that Thuli Madonsela has looked into Hlaudi Motsoeneng's appointment at the SABC because of gross irregularities in his salary. It increased exponentially for no apparent reason. It seems that the Public Protector is going to look into it again. Finally, the front page of The Star is also talking about Motsoeneng. Motsoeneng fast. Now his pastor's diploma revealed to be totally worthless in SA. You see, the DA are up in arms because Motsoeneng, who's now acting COO, or rather is now the permanent COO of the SABC, he doesn't have a matric certificate, and the DA is saying that it's unacceptable that the Chief Operations Officer of SABC doesn't have the relevant education. But now it seems that a theological diploma that he does have credited to his name is from an American institution and isn't actually viable in South Africa. We're so interested to know what you think about Hlaudi Motsoeneng's appointment. Let us know in the comment section below. Stay tuned to News 24 Live for all the latest news and entertainment news. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and did you know that you could find us on Instagram? We're at News 24 Live.